Something big is brewing in Cincinnati, and it's not just hype. The Bengals are stepping into 2025 with a chip on their shoulder. And after what we've seen in recent years, that should terrify every defense in the NFL. This offense is already loaded. Joe Burrow, when healthy, is as elite as it gets. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, easily one of the most dangerous receiver duos in football. And yet, this team now has something else pushing them: disrespect. Before we dive deeper into this latest development, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a real Bengals update. We've got a lot more coming your way, and you don't want to miss any of it. Now, back to the story. Pro Football Network just released their latest defensive rankings. You'd expect the Bengals to be near the top, right? Burrow, Chase, Higgins, a top 10 scoring unit last year. But somehow, they were ranked 7th. 7th. Not top 3. Not even top 5. Why? Because they missed the playoffs with a 9-8 record. Never mind the fact that they were 6th in points per game with 27.8. Never mind that Burrow was injured for most of the season. This ranking wasn't about talent. It was about perception. And that's exactly where the fire comes from. This offense knows it can be lethal. But now, they have something extra to prove: that they're still one of the NFL's most feared units when fully healthy. That 7th place label? It's fuel. And come week 1, this team is going to come out swinging. So buckle up, Bengals fans. Because the jungle isn't just loud this year, it's personal. There's competitive. And then there's Joe Burrow. We've seen a lot of quarterbacks who play with fire. But Burrow? He lives in it. He's the kind of guy who hears everything, remembers everything, and waits patiently to strike back, not with words, but with touchdowns. Let's go back to December 2021, a turning point that tells you everything you need to know about Joe Cool. The Bengals were set to face the Ravens. Baltimore's defensive coordinator at the time, Wink Martindale, was asked how they planned to stop Burrow. Would they blitz him? Double-team Jamar Chase? His response? Cold and dismissive. I don't think we're ready to buy a gold jacket for Joe Burrow. Translation: he's not that special. Yet. Now, Burrow didn't come out swinging in a press conference. He didn't go viral with trash talk. But the way he answered after the game, you could feel the burn behind his calm. He said, "I didn't think it was a necessary comment. I wouldn't say I was offended by it, but I didn't think it was necessary." That's the kind of comment that stays tucked in the back of a competitor's mind until it's time to respond on the field. And that's what makes Joe Burrow different. He doesn't need to talk big. He lets his game do it for him. And when he feels disrespected, he doesn't forget. He circles it, marks the calendar, and makes you pay. That game in 2021, Burrow lit up the Ravens. And every moment since has only confirmed it. You don't challenge Joe Burrow unless you're ready for the fallout. So what happened after that disrespectful comment from the Ravens DC? Joe Burrow went nuclear. 525 yards. 4 touchdowns. A 41-21 beatdown of Baltimore. It was personal, whether he admits it or not. After the game, when asked if that gold jacket comment was on his mind, Burrow smirked and said, "Maybe. That's all you needed to know. Because here's the truth. He hears everything. And when it's time to respond, he doesn't talk. He delivers." And this brings us back to 2025. These recent rankings that place the Bengals at 7th, that's the kind of thing that lights a fire under this team. Cincinnati thrives when it's overlooked. When people doubt them, that's when they're most dangerous. The disrespect is just fuel. They've got Burrow. They've got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Chase Brown is emerging as a true dual threat. Not just a runner, but a weapon in the passing game too, with game-breaking speed. And depth? It's real. Mike Gesicki gives them a versatile option at tight end. Andre Iosivas is making noise in camp, looking stronger, sharper, and more confident. Even rookie Jermaine Burton, while still raw, has serious upside if things click. So yes, you can rank them 7th. You can sleep on them. But history says that's a mistake. Because this isn't just a talented offense. It's a motivated one. And a motivated Bengals offense? That's a problem for the entire AFC. Here's the thing people forget. Even with all the injuries, even without winning the division, Joe Burrow was still elite. In 2024, he threw for 4,918 yards and 43 touchdowns, both league-leading numbers. His QBR, third best in the NFL at 74.7. And despite the Bengals not taking the AFC North, Burrow still finished 4th in MVP voting. That's not normal. That's rare. Most MVP finalists come from winning teams. But Burrow? He was too good to ignore, even when the Bengals weren't at full strength. Now imagine what happens when this offense is fully healthy and angry. The league saw a version of Burrow that wasn't even at 100%, and he still cooked. So when you hear rankings dropping the Bengals to 7th, ask yourself, how does a quarterback like Burrow respond to that kind of slight? History already gave us the answer. He stores it. He stews in it. Then he explodes on the field. And here's something that tells you who Joe Burrow really is. At the 2024 NFL Honors, there was a moment that flew under the radar. Snoop Dogg made a joke about the Bengals' defense. At first, Burrow laughed. Then his face shifted. That wasn't about being insulted personally. It was about his team. That's what separates him. He doesn't just protect his stats. He protects the entire locker room. That mindset? It's contagious. That's what turns a good offense into a dangerous team. So how scary can this Bengals offense get? We're about to find out. And the rest of the league should be watching closely. Here's the scary part for the rest of the NFL. Joe Burrow doesn't need motivation to be great. But when he has it, that's when he becomes unstoppable. The Bengals already have one of the most explosive offensive rosters in football. But when you add doubt, rankings that lowball them, or public jabs that get under the skin, that's when this team takes it to another level. And it's not just Burrow. Every guy in that locker room feeds off that same energy. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, the young guys looking to prove themselves. It becomes personal. That mindset spreads, and it turns into something far more dangerous than talent alone. Purpose. That's why 2025 could be special. It's not just about stats or highlights. It's about a team that knows it's being overlooked and is ready to remind the league who they are. And if history tells us anything, when people doubt Joe Burrow, they usually regret it.